First and foremost, we give all praises and glory to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushua, B'Shem Hakadash, and double honors to the apostles of GMS and Ruel, shalom to the faithful men, always continuing doing the work of the Lord. Now, Lord willing, as you see, it says the average American worker takes less vacation time than a medieval peasant. All right. Now, yeah, man, that just shows you how through that we are in America, and that's the spiritual. I was just talking to my dude at work, a Levite dude, and he was saying, yeah, I'm about to go to Florida or whatever for a little vacation. And he was like, yeah, sometimes you gotta do that, so so you can at least make it seem like you working for something, because all we do is fucking work. And you go home, you have maybe a couple, you go home, you got shit to do, and then when you done, you probably got maybe an hour or two, maybe 3, sometimes maybe a little bit longer, maybe even shorter. But either way, you don't got much time for yourself. Now you gotta get ready for the next day. So now you gotta get up again. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the curses, man. You know what I'm saying? And Esau did that shit on purpose, man. He did that shit on purpose to keep Jake down, to keep everybody down. And like the saying goes, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And you seen that during the Rona. Fucking big companies like Amazon got billions. You know what I'm saying? Billions more dollars. While these small little companies and shit, mom and dad and pops fucking had to close, man. But we get some couple precepts, because that's just the scriptures, man. That's just the scriptures. We gotta go through this bullshit. This is Song of Solomon 5. Hold up. Turn this motherfucker on real quick. It's hot as hell. Salaki. But it's a Song of Solomon, and I believe it's my fault. 1 and 6. It says, "Look not upon me, because I am black." All right, you should look at that word. It goes into dark skin, and that proves that the Israelites are so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, because the sun has looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard have I not kept. Right. So, first of all, Jake got, you got the skin color, and Jake be out there in the sun, and the sun makes you get darker, Some Jake got to work actually out here. Some Jake majority of Jake got to work inside, but some Jake got to work on the outside, whether it's, yard work with yard work or concrete or construction, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it may be. Some brothers got to work inside, warehouses, you know what I'm saying, and really warehouse is a little bit easier, but that shit greedy as hell too, because it's very tedious, it's dark as hell, dust all the goddamn place, man. That shit, you know what I'm saying, it's just dark, man. My job, they got a couple windows, you know what I'm saying, throughout that bitch. But some warehouses, they don't even have windows like where people work at. So they just, you know what I'm saying? It's like you in prison, bro. Like, things will be a lot fucking better. This is a side note. Things will be a lot better and easier and more, if you have more fucking windows, if shit would be more open. Like where our area where you work at, it should be like a big ass window on a roof, man. You a fucking millionaire. You a millionaire, nigga. Multi-millionaire. You can't make that shit, because the sun, that boosts your give you vitamin D, may boost your mood. But if you in a fucking house all day or a building all day, and you ain't barely getting no sunlight, you know, it's depressing. That's why you think a lot of people are more sad in winter. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even if the sun is out, it's cloudy. It's more gloomy. I'm going to do a video on the sun real soon, little one, because I you know, yeah, man, the sun is beautiful, bro. And also, people get more sick in the winter, obviously because it's cold and all that shit. But if you in the sun, you get less sick. You know, that'll boost your immunity and shit, man. But Esau got us in these little fucking depressing ass goddamn buildings. But hey, man, Jake gonna do what he gotta do, man. You know, I can't scoff Jake, because, you know, I work. I don't give a fuck. I work in the warehouse. You know, you can't scoff it. It's an honest job. You know what I'm saying? You see? So as long as I ain't out there selling drugs or, you know, scamming motherfuckers. But anyways, but the main point is, it says, my mother's children were angry with me. Alright, Esau. You know, he is our brother. He is Hebrew, but he's not an Israelite. He's just a Hebrew Edomite. You know what I'm saying? They made me the keeper of the vineyards. Hey, we out there working in the fields. That represents slavery. Because what you do with your slaves, you make their ass go out there in the field. You're gonna work on that sugar cane. You're gonna work on that cotton. Okay, you're gonna work on that vineyard. You're gonna work on all that. You see? And now your job is a modern day cotton field. That's why brothers say, you know, I'm at the plantation, because it is a plantation. That's why I remember the apostles brought that out multiple times. You look at the word employee, it goes into slave, you know. And also too, man, Esau could have paid us a way more than he's paying us right now, man. Because I seen a little thing where it showed how each employee, they make like $200,000 off of each employee. I forgot the exact breakdown, but you making a lot of money off of one person, bro. You know, instead of giving you more and more raises and shit, they give you a free dinner, which I accept. Okay, cool. But nigga, you know what I mean? The minimum wage is whack as hell right now. I don't know what the hell it is. I remember the last time I checked, it was like 15, 16, something like that. The minimum wage should really at least be like 20, bro. 18, 20. At least 18. I mean, come on, man. You know, at least, yeah, I would say 18, man. 18 is decent. You know, 17, yeah, like 18, you probably get like, what, like $600-700 a week or some shit. That ain't too bad, man. You know what I mean? But look what Esau did, man. He gave us this bullshit jobs, and then even if you go to college is a scam. You gonna go, and then you got the oldest nigga money. And then there was another point I wanted to say. Oh yeah, then he made it pretty much popular, and pretty much a doctrine. He instilled it in people's minds. As soon as I turned 18, I'm out. When really, man, hey man, I remember this one time, this little Hamite bitch, we still work together, but she moved somewhere else, different department. I remember she cussed my ass out, man. She was like, you still live with this is a time where I lived by myself. She was like, you still live with your parents? And I was like, nah, I live by myself. She cussed me out. Not cussed me out, but like, you better go move in with your parents, you know? Because it makes more sense, man. It makes sense to fucking, you know, that's what the scripture says, man. When you really supposed to move out when you marry. And hold on, man. Oh, this motherfucker. It's a lot. I'm driving. It's a lot. Let me hold my composure, man. These niggas in Ohio can't fucking drive, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyways. But Esau instilled that doctrine in people to where as soon as you turn 18, some niggas want to do it even earlier. As soon as you turn 18, you can't wait to get the fuck out. You know? And that's all by design. You know? And guess who's Esau's weapon? The goddamn woman. A woman, she will make fun of you if you still live with your parents. You 20 years old, you still live with your parents. Like, you still live with your parents. You know what I mean? That bitch, she'll fucking shit, man. Fuck that bitch, man. The Lil gonna humble her little stupid ass real soon, bald headed ass. But anyways, but that's what they put inside you, man, in your mind, that you gotta move out. But really, the smart thing is to live with somebody, man, so you can share that burden and you can save more money. So if we was able to do that, and it's so much more. Then you got the shit, you got rent shit out. You know what I mean? According to the scriptures, every family should already own land. And even if you become poor and you have to sell your land, after 7 years, they got to give that land back to you. So it's a win-win situation. But in America, how much you got to fucking do just to own a house? And then on top of that, you still got to pay what's that, state, the land taxes or whatever the fuck, you know? I remember my mom was trying to buy a house and shit, and it failed, but she had to go through all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So Esau, he's smart, bro. All this is a weapon, man. And he broke the family up. He made everybody have that mindset of, you know, that hustler, self-made type shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do bad all by myself, and he put that spirit on everybody, man. And now look at Jake, man. Now Jake is through. You go move out, now you gotta move back in with your parents. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. Alright? But anyways, going back to the scripture, it says, "But my own vineyard have I not kept." Right. We don't gotta own businesses. We don't gotta own land. Just like I mentioned, we don't gotta own property. You see? We don't gotta own money. We don't got nothing of our own. But that's the curses of Deuteronomy 28. It says that you gotta go to the heathen for one of all things, man. You want to buy clothes, you gotta go through the heathen. You want to own land, because you ain't gonna be able to just go out there. I mean, you can hide, you can go hide out in the woods, but if Esau finds you slipping, bro, he gonna kick you out of there, man. You know, you can't just put your tent out in the wilderness, man. Esau gonna push your ass out, man. Like, nah, you gotta get up and go. You know, you can't go collect rainwater. That's illegal. You see? And all these different things, man. Now, let me get this. Now, going back to the dude at work. Now, we was talking about that vacation shit. And I was just like, yeah, he was like, yeah, man, it's good to you know, to go out on vacation every once in a while, you know, take a break and all that good shit, you know. And you know, and me and him, man, we, you know, our job right now, they making us come in at 5. I usually come in at 6. You know what I'm saying? But now they making us come in an extra hour at 4. I mean, at 5. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta get up at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. And I know for sure I feel that shit this week, man. I'm tired as fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? It's cool because, you know, you get a little extra hour. That's a little overtime. That's cooler, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. At the same time, what the fuck, you know what I mean? It's just some bullshit. But this is Psalms 127:2. It is vain for you to rise up early, to sit up late, to eat the bread of sorrows, for so he giveth his beloved sleep. Right, man, it's vain, bro. You gotta wake up early as fuck. You gotta rise before the goddamn sun do. You know? And you know what I'm saying? It's just bugged out, man. And then you gotta sit up late because now, you know, you get home, now you gotta, like me personally, I gotta come home, I have a little moment of rest, but then I gotta get up and go train again. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go train, then I gotta go do this. Sometimes you might cook, sometimes you might do that. You might have to go to the store, you might have to go whatever the fuck you about to do. And then you get to come home, and then you can finally sit down, which is not much more time. The majority of the time, you spending that fucking work. Jake working 10, 12, 11 hours. It takes a minute to get up and get ready. Then it takes a minute to get to work. Then it takes even longer to get home from work because now everybody coming home from work at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's just bullshit. You spending the majority of your time at work. You know? And Esau want to say, well, you got the opportunity. It's America. You got the opportunity to become whatever you want. Man, that don't fucking mean shit. Alright? Because the scripture said that Babylon's going to live deliciously. So yeah, of course America got a lot of opportunities. Is that supposed to make me fucking feel better? This place still wicked as hell. And the point is, we shouldn't be working at all. Us Israelites. I remember I was talking to the elder brother Yadia in Cleveland. And I remember when you were talking about working and shit. And I was like, man, yeah, I ain't trying to do work. Fuck that shit. You know, Salaki, I'm lazy. I don't give a fuck. And he was like, nah, you ain't lazy. You just tired. You know what I'm saying? And that's true. You see? But of course, you still gotta get up and, you know, and go to that, to do that work. Doing that shit every fucking, I know that shit do something to your fucking mental, man. Every single day, you gotta wake up early. Well, first at night, before you go to sleep, you gotta set up an alarm. You gotta cut, you know, you probably sleep, you probably stay up for a long time, way longer. You probably ain't even tired. But you know, you gotta have a fucking bedtime. And you gotta be, now I gotta go to sleep. Because if I stay up too long, I'm gonna be tired in the morning. So now you gotta set up an alarm. Then you gotta wake up. The alarm is pretty much like a crack of a fucking whip. That's how I think about it. When I think of an alarm, I think of Esau smacking you with the whip and telling you to get your ass to work. You know? You see? Now you gotta get up, you gotta go do that. And now you gotta get up and go to a place that you don't wanna fucking be at all. You tired, you wanna be somewhere else. Sometimes shit, I'm just being honest, sometimes you horny, you wanna go handle some business. Sometimes you fucking hungry, you know, whatever. Sometimes you bored, sometimes you wanna watch TV. But you gotta focus on your production. You gotta stay off your phone so your supervisor won't see it. That's your taskmaster. Alright? And then you gotta sit there for hours and hours and hours. Not just one. Maybe if it was 1 or 2 hours, then okay, I understand. But this is 10, some brothers 12, some brothers 14. Man, fuck that shit, man. Hey, shalom to you brothers that be working them 13 hours. Hey, good luck to you, brother. Good luck to you, goddammit. I'm coolers, man. I'm Salakia. I'm straight. I ain't about to let Esau take my whole fucking day, man. Salakia. But, hey, shalom to the mighty, shalom to those brothers that do that. You know what I'm saying? You making good money, hey. And that takes a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad, you know, I feel bad for all brothers, man. We gotta work, period, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially brothers with children, you gotta work even more. And you got, man. But yeah, man, that shit do something to your mental, bro. Real talk. And every fucking day, I always pray to the Lord, please let me get this shit over with. Make the time go fast. And just let me just get this shit over with. Give me the strength to just fucking endure this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me listen to music. Like the brother, that's the spirit. Me and the brother were talking last night. He said sometimes you gotta sack yourself out. You know, that's why I need headphones, bro. I remember one time I left work early. I was like, man, fuck this shit. So I forgot my headphones, man. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. I need that shit. I need some music, and I need to listen. So I like to listen to music. I like to listen to like people tell their testimonies about things. You know what I'm saying? I like to just listen. You know what I'm saying? And of course, at the end of the day, I like to listen to brothers. So I got, you know, and like today, this is a tip too for brothers. Today I was tired as fuck. And one thing that can get you up, like can give you energy, because I don't drink coffee like that. I like coffee. I like the smell of it. I love the taste. You know, I like coffee and shit. I especially don't drink energy drinks. That shit don't really do shit for me, for real. Sometimes it do, but majority of the time it don't. I don't care for it. But I know one thing that can give you myself energy, and I'm pretty sure it can help everybody else. Because, you know, like they say, when you having fun, time pass quickly. So what I like to do is if I'm like today, for instance, I was tired as fuck. I needed some energy, so I started listening to some comedy. You know what I'm saying? I listened to some Mike Epps and shit like that, and that put me in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? And it it made me laugh. So then my energy came back. So that's one good way to get yourself some energy if you tired or just to pass the time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like people talking to me at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to put my headphone in, bro. AirPod, whatever the fuck. I'm gonna put that shit in. Leave me the hell alone, bro. Now, my old job, you know what I'm saying? Now, I had not a lot, but in my old department, I was cool with, like, damn near everybody, you know what I'm saying? That little, department or whatever. In my I guess you could say best friend in the world. My best friends are the brothers, but the nigga that I fuck with in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like that, he was there and shit, so that he made it fun too. You know what I mean? That shit was fun as fuck. But now, we both went our separate ways. We still talk, but we don't work together no more. So it's like now I gotta just listen to music. I ain't really trying to make no close friends like that no more. I'm caught to whatever. I'm just talking this shit. So like, let me continue. But yeah, man, it says, for he giveth his beloved sleep. So yeah, man, so just endure it, man. Just endure it, man, because this shit is over soon. That's why our scripture says, pray for the Lord to make the time short. Because, real soon, man, he's going to give us sleep, man. He's going to give us rest. And that rest is us. That's going to be upon our beds. That's going to be us in the kingdom, So just endure it, just fucking, that's all we can do, bro. Because why? It says, Proverbs 20:13, love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thine eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. Right, so, Jake loved to sleep. I know I love to fucking sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? But you can't love it to the point where, you ain't working and, nah, bro. You gotta open your eyes. You gotta get up. Sometimes you gotta force yourself, right? Me, when I wake up, man, yeah, thank you. It's like I'm talking to dude. But when I so like I'm trying to back into this parking lot. When I first wake up, I sit, I lay, I turn my back, I thank the Lord that I'm alive, and I stretch my leg out a little bit, and I sit there for probably for 20, 30 seconds, man. Sometimes even longer, bro. But I'm like dead ass 1, 2, 3 up, type shit, bro. Like, it's some bullshit, man. But we gotta do it, bro. We gotta do it. But there's one more I was gonna get. Salakia. I forgot. Fuck, what was I about to get? Oh yeah. One last one. Let me see if I can find it. One last one. 2 Ezra 2. Yeah. And 12. They shall have the tree of life for ornament and sweet savor. They shall neither labor nor be weary, right? So when you get in the kingdom, bro, we ain't gonna be laboring, bro. We're gonna have fucking slaves, man. It's like Apostle Gabar said, man. If you have, you blessed when you have slaves. Claim, god damn. But anyways, we're gonna have slaves, man. They gonna be doing our motherfucking work, man. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna lift a finger. And we gonna have spiritual powers. We can do it. We can spiritually let everything, or sometimes we might do that, just to show our power. But I'm gonna take my motherfucking time. You nigga, you slaves, you heathen gonna be my slave. You gonna do it for me. You're gonna be picking my cotton, boy. You're gonna be, you know, dealing with the sugar cane, and, you know, you're gonna be growing my plantains and all that, you know. You see, and it's going and the grapes too, man. And the grapes are gonna be a lot larger too. So you weak ass Edomites, man. You better be doing some push-ups or something, man, because they're gonna take 2 men. Oh, you move, move. Salaka, hold on. Salaka, the neighbor was saying something to me, but yeah, we ain't gonna be laboring, no, gonna be worried. But it says, go and you shall receive, pray for a few days unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, right? So that's what I say every morning, bro. That I go to work. First and foremost, I thank the Lord that I'm awake, and I always say that. Thank you, I'm alive. Thank you for waking me up, and the water for still letting me have your name in my mind, you know. And then if I'm going to work that day, I just say, you know, may this day be quick. Just let it be. Just show some mercy and just let it at least be quick. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the scriptures say, man. Pray for a few days unto you, man, that they may be shortened. And the Lord is most definitely doing that, man. Like I always say, man, even scientists came out saying that the earth is moving faster, or spinning faster, time is moving faster. So this ain't nothing fake, bro. This is real, bro. The Lord is showing his mercy like never before, bro. You know? He is making the time short. You know, time is flying, bro, to the point where sometimes it gets kind of scary. Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, like I was just there. I just woke up. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is doing that by showing, you know, he's showing mercy by that. So just be thankful for that too, man. You know, sometimes you gotta be thankful. Just all the time you gotta be thankful. But just remember that too. You know, remember that. Like, man, hey, the Lord, I mean, it's some bullshit, but hey, the Lord is speeding up time, man. So, hey, the kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch, you know. So with that, hopefully it's edifying. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Abba Shemel, Shabbat Shem, Dash, the boss of the process, Jim, Messer, Rural, so to the brothers in this work, I'm going to say shalom.